versus Root Gaming. The format of Starladder's Americas, there are two groups for the Americas, and I believe this is one of the first matches to be played, so we'll be getting right into it. Unfortunately, it looks like I have been victim of the ticket bug. So a lot of people have really weird... Oh, no, we're getting in. I'm not sure if GZ explicit, I think that's Willa's. Anyway, once again, I'm Llama Down Under. I'm joined by the wonderful PQMZ, and we have Lurkadorp on stats. How are you doing? Yeah, excellent. I hope you're excited like me to cast this game, and
Radiant team back.
I'm gonna act like I know who everyone's names are, even though one of those names is just brackets. So, I like it. Yeah, that could be Aton or that could be Kataru. We'll find out when they pick their heroes. I thought it was gonna tag them up properly, but welcome to Reborn, everyone. Anyway, just a little bit of background on these two teams. Root's been through, I think, well, let's talk about Unknown first. I think most people know they had a wonderful performance in the majors. Since the majors, though, they've been dropping a lot of games, and even to some teams that I feel like people are maybe a bit surprised, like Pain Gaming, they dropped some games to on Unknown. And then for Root Gaming, I think they've had something like 4 different rosters in the past month. So this is the team they've been sticking with for a while. They've been doing pretty well, and I wonder if it'll be enough to put up a good fight against Unknown. So, yeah, we're getting into picks and bans, and I think pretty standard stuff coming out. The Darkseer Night Stalker on the same team, so probably a support Night Stalker. You can put an Ion Shell on him, and he's a real pain in the ass, to put it bluntly.
Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
The majors recently. No, this is their new team. I think it's just the case of if you haven't added yourself to the roster, it takes, and even if you have added yourself to the roster, it takes a while to percolate through. So, I'm pretty sure Jeezy is Willis, is his other name, but apparently I'm going to call him Jeezy in this cast because that's what he prefers. Either way.
10 seconds remaining.
We're going with Jeezy. Jeezy is way easier to say in a cast, so that's what I'm going with. I will ask him in between games. So I'm not calling him explicit. I'm not calling him explicit. That's too funny. Either way, we've got a Bane picked up, and I'm a little bit surprised. I feel like against a Night Stalker, someone like a Bane is just gonna get overrun. He'll be crippling Fiat, it feels like, before he gets the Nightmare out.
Dire team ban. Remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yeah, 100%. And the Veno ban out, so I'm trying to think if this is targeted. Root has run the Veno a few times, but I would be surprised if this is kind of like a, hey, we know you like to pick it, although Veno is very strong right now. If you can get farm on that hero, again, just feels like someone that might have a bit of trouble against Night Stalker Darkseer.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. And he's also, because they banned out the Huskar and the Ember Spirit, we've still got really strong supports like Dazzle left in the pool and the Witch Doctor. So that's certainly something which for either of these teams, Dazzle would be fantastic because you can let your Night Stalker go deeper and deeper, and for Root, as long as the Dazzle isn't the one being caught out, he shall grave someone. Night Stalker has to dive way harder than he wants to. On the other hand, I I'm assuming, like I think everybody would. This is support Lion, so we just got Night Stalker Lion support. It could be mid Night Stalker, right? Small possibility.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yeah. So, it also could be the position 4 Doxia, which we have seen once together. I think we've seen that together. And it was very, yeah, exactly. So, but for Root Gaming to deal, I always feel like you need a tanky support to deal with the Night Stalker. I'm not sure what's good in the pool though, thinking about it. Like, could you actually get a Spirit Breaker to try and deal with this? Oof.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah.
Legion Commander.
Ooh. This one's a fun one. Legion Commander, mid or hard carry at this point. I've actually seen a lot of very successful mid Legion Commanders just using the fact that once you get level 2 or 3 in the overwhelming odds, you can reliably last hit the creeps without having to go up to the wave too much. So...
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yep. Yeah, you can always do the whole Nightmare, the target. I love that. The duel back and forth with Nightmare. So, yeah, and I think the Earthshaker, I really hope it's to support Earthshaker. I really prefer support Earthshaker. At the same time, there's still a Tusk left in the pool. So it could be that Earthshaker's offlane, they could go for another strong support. Tusk I like here as well because you can blink in and snowball the dueled person and save them.
5 seconds remaining.
Ooh.
Radiant team ban.
Agreed.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Yeah. Add into that a Night Stalker who's going to be able to see you early on across the trees, because Ags isn't that difficult to get up early on that hero, especially if you can get the Midas going. And then Legion Commander with a Blink Dagger. Your Spectre won't have places to reliably farm, and you're so squishy, it feels like this Legion Commander doesn't even necessarily need the Blink. She just has to come to your lane, overwhelming odds you, and you have to go back home each time. So...
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team.
Yeah, and Alk is finally banned out. I think that took a while. I'm used to seeing him banned earlier. Could Root potentially for Unknown. I think that they okay, there's gonna be no time for Spectres, I'm assuming what this DP pick means.
Ten seconds remaining.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Omni-Knight.
I wonder if this is an offlane Omni Knight. It's been very well. I say it's been very popular. I've really only seen IX Mike on what Team Mischief, which may or may not still exist. I know that some of those players have been playing on other teams recently. So I'm super interested to see where everyone goes. And actually, no, it's a support Omni Knight. Dope loves that hero as well. And yeah, I'm excited to see what exactly we'll have coming out here. And yeah, I've got. Oh. He is a mid player, yeah. He used to be on Archon. So. That's yeah, I know Root's captain, so that's how I keep track of them. And Chuan is a nice fellow as well. So, yeah. So, not always. We've got captains who support or who captain from different roles, and it's always really interesting to see. Either way, let's get into introducing the players, and I will actually try to butcher my way through Unknown, since their names are a little bit harder. Let me just quickly pull up my handy Dat.Dota reference sheet, which isn't going to help me here. Oh, goodness. So, I'm guessing that the Death Prophet is a Tun. Ethan? I'm saying that wrong, aren't I? Now that I think about it, because I know that he was the one with the double blink dagger quap, so I'm assuming he's their mid. We've got Hoshi Miki on. Oh gosh, this is actually. How about you introduce Root? I'm gonna go double check because I know what roles they play by their name. So you quickly introduce Root. I'm gonna pull up their proper roster.
All right. So for Root, we have Derp on his Omni Knight, Zwan on the Earthshaker, Jeezy, as you would prefer to call him, on the Spectre, 747 on the Quap, and Stand King on his Bane.
Yeah, and some of these players haven't been playing as frequently. So we've got Zatok, the captain, on the Witch Doctor. On the Lion, I believe. Yeah, we're just butchering this. I think it's a Tun on Death Prophet. Hoshimiki is going to be...
They're actually going to cash out the Doctor here with Wraparound.
Oh, goodness. No time to introduce. Oh, I don't know if they have enough. He doesn't have a skill point. He could get Surge, but he'd be in a lot of trouble. He just takes half of his health, and he's going to be A-okay.
I like that play, though, trying to wrap around, knowing they're not contesting their own. If they got him when he was, like, in these trees, they could have body blocked him for the kill. So... yeah. Nice attempt.
We've got Greedy. Thank goodness for the pause. We've got Greedy on that offlane Dox here. We've got, it says stand-in Christina, but if it is their full lineup, and once again, folks, I'm not actually sure if it's their full lineup or not. This would be Kataru, and then, oh, actually, Hoshimiki is Hoshimiki's name. So, woof. It's always nice. So we butchered our way through Unknown's introduction. Sorry, folks. Apparently, the ticket just didn't work for them, which is always frustrating, to say the least.
Well, I know the guy who's playing Death Prophet had brackets when he was in the major qualifiers as well, so...
Okay, maybe they just don't tag up with the names people like to call them.
I mean... pretty sure there are a bunch of trolls that are just really good at this game, so they're probably having fun with it.
I think that is the best way to have to play a game, to have fun with it. So
yeah, like they drop items in the lane to taunt people. Like it's proper style, like pub Dota, but it's really interesting to see. I actually like the fact that Root are just spamming out the map now.
Yeah, in case folks don't know, the spamming out the map is making sure that their ward placements aren't seen, but we'll get that right back for you in 2 minutes. Either way, we had Nightstalker pop his head middle. It's kind of weird. To see... Oh, you're blowing into your mic a little? That was fun. No worries. I'm sure it's just us getting unrusty. So, Hoshimiki on the Nightstalker poked his head middle a little bit. I'm used to the ranged support doing this, just to make sure that your mid gets a little bit more farm. But a Nightstalker, he didn't even throw out the void. He just kind of chilled.
Yeah, I mean, securing the first creep wave for your mid generally helps. Comfortable putting any pressure on the Death Prophet, which is the early stage, the only time I think she can try to put any pressure, so maybe secure that. Yeah. Otherwise now he's just looking to go top, so a bit of a drive-by.
And Doxia is taking a huge amount of harassment up here. He finally pops his salve, but I do believe if he's not careful, he's getting ganked. Like, this lane is not easy for him, and now that Nightstalker's up there, I mean... I still think the Purification, just because it's pure damage, so powerful. You take a right beating from that.
I actually think this lane's going to be bad for Root because
Yeah?
Vector's going to be constantly under pressure from the Iron Shell. If they just do this with the Night Stalker, the support's kind of off him running at him.
So I think Quap just killed the courier. I think only person who could have possibly been in position.
Maybe just getting a bit greedy with the positioning, bringing the self. I didn't see what happened. Quap blinks forward. I think she can one-hit the courier. I could be wrong on that.
Walking, I think maybe needs to, but again, it depends on the damage. She is ranged, so she doesn't have the melee bonus damage that other people do. And yeah, there's some of the purification, but they're going on the Night Stalker. This guy is tanky as, so Hoshimiki probably not going to take that much. And they're actually ion shelling back up, slowing down Stan King. He needs some help, but Dub doesn't have mana for another purification. They're going to auto attack though, and these creeps doing work. They have the brain sap. He's trying to heal up through it. And I think overall, I have to say, overall, probably better for Root, since the Spectre just sat there farming the whole time.
Yeah, trading regen on the support is not a big deal, because if you can down to nothing, so you can actually zone them out, they might actually get... No, he doesn't have mana
they
for the
don't
nightmare,
catch
so
him.
he's fine.
Yeah.
Just, like, you could see she's still under pressure at least. She's missing a few last hits, whereas over on Unknown, Legion missing 1 or 2 due to, like, bad last hitting, not pressure.
Yeah,
The
they've
DP's
also...
winning mid pretty handily, which is...
Should she be winning that matchup? It's been a while since we saw a DP, and actually we have the wraparound up top, so maybe no time. They actually just casual brain sap, not using the Nightmare yet. I'm a little bit surprised. I kind of expected the Nightmare walk up to someone and use the Purification, but they're not going for it, just casual auto attacks. They do use the Purification, they got the Surge, and that's it. Again, this top lane, proving hard to kill for Root.
They just don't have too much damage. As far as the mid matchup goes, I think she wins it because she has some more spammable nukes, so she can control the lane a bit more. She can steal last hits with it. Quap can't really harass her too much, so I'd say DP wins it slightly, but Quap is definitely able to do something with support rotations, whereas DP isn't. So that's where the matchup can fall on its head for DP. But it doesn't look like Root are going to be able to move around this game because of the pressure Unknown's putting on, so DP will be fairly safe.
At the same time, they just forced both of the offlane heroes on Unknown back into base. I feel like that's certainly a bit of a win. And now Night Stalker's coming middle. So I feel like that will relieve some pressure for Root. And while you're right, Spectre isn't farming the best, she's second. Or sorry, third. When we get into this, she might be able to catch up here with a wave. Actually, Night Stalker heads top again.
Yeah, they're moving the Daxter into the jungle now. I think he just TP mid to either deliver the bottle because we're dead, or to refill it if you already had it. I'm thinking it was the first one though.
Oh.
They actually nearly catch out the line with the enchant,
yeah,
but
they
he
missed
misses,
the enchant. Both the enchant and the purification, not the best timing on those. So.
It's not the easiest thing to hit.
No.
To be honest.
Not at all.
Pretty easily to dodge.
Now this is really weird, I feel, sending these 2 melee heroes down bottom. I don't think it's really going to do Root any favors.
I think it's because they realize the Daxter's gone to the woods, and the Omni Knight's only going to be able to pull top, but pulling is obviously not what they want to do. So they're opting to secure the Shaker some more farm and experience, which is one of the better things he can do right now. I don't think he's going to be able to stop the LC from farming at all. He's not. He actually might be in trouble here.
Yeah, we've got a little weird old chase going around. They kind of want the Lion, but I don't think they can get it. Here comes Bane though. Christina, you're in a bad position. And now Lion is caught out, but Xion, he's got so little health, and the stun, this is our first blood. One more auto attack, they get it, and now here comes Night Stalker. This is going horribly wrong for Root. Stan King's gonna fall as well, doesn't manage to get off anything for the deny, so...
That was some legit bait, but I did not notice this LC has like the jungling skill build, which I'm really not a fan of, but making it work, I guess.
I feel like overwhelming odds and that press the attack are so powerful that skipping one is a bit weird, so I think overwhelming odds bit weird, but maybe just thought that if you're just against an Earthshaker, maybe you don't have too many opportunities where he's near the creep wave.
But it's still like your way of scoring dual kills or kills after the duel if it wasn't quite enough. Like, sure, it's more damage. He actually goes in for a dual bottom, which he's going to pick up. So,
Yeah, the Earthshaker goes down under the tower. Pretty unfortunate there.
yeah,
And now
he
she's suddenly
leveled
top
up.
of the net worth with those kills.
I think he leveled up on the creep wave, so the Shaker wasn't expecting it. Pick off the line. Oh, he misses the ult. That's really unfortunate.
He
Should
can
be able
still
to chase it down.
He needs a little bit more mana, but this move speed bonus. LC is now coming in. Oh, he's trying to get the deny, but Quap should be able to get the oh no! A really well played there by Lion. Making sure to deny him. And we also now have Spectre in a lot of trouble. GZ taking a lot of damage. Unknown getting kills all over the board.
Yeah, that's gonna tilt the Quap a bit for sure. Hopefully he can shake it off and because shit like that's messes through your head. But now the LC's moving into what they might do in the draft.
Oh, Explicit's
And
taking a
keeping
lot
line
of
the
damage,
lane.
and I think without help, they don't have a reliable way of knocking down these trees. Explicit just needs to stay in them. Greedy is there, and do they have any more TP rotations? It doesn't look like it. Courier, kill the Courier! No, they can't get it, and instead they're gonna go on Hoshimiki, but now they can't chase because of the Ion Shell. They pop the Spectre ult, actually, and now she doesn't have enough mana for Dagger. If she switches her boots, still not there. So this is really unfortunate. Root has rotated 4 and gets nothing, and Explicit still no bloody mana. Yeah, trying to swap the treads, hoping something will happen. Might pop the wand as well?
Quap's coming up as well, and she's just wasting a lot of time here. She might be able to snipe back here, but I think safe.
Yeah,
But
this,
she's missing a lot of time here.
this
not
4-man rotation not working out for them.
Yeah.
So.
And another Lion's getting his place bottom. He's going to be able to pick up an early level 6, which is really big for Unknown, because their cores can't deal with a Lion having finger up this early. If he smokes with one other hero, the LC, it's like secure kills every 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe he wouldn't even need the finger for every duels, because this LC is getting pretty big. Going this build, she has a lot more like right click damage and procs.
Oh, an Echo Slam on bottom, and he's gonna get the kill! You know, I really like that play. The Earthshaker making sure, you know, Echo Slam, it's a long cooldown, but how often are you gonna get... how often are you gonna get a good Echo Slam before you have your Blink Dagger? So Xuan realizing that the cooldown's probably long enough that his Blink is coming after it's back off cooldown and just going for it. And that's what they needed. Now Greedy's a little out of position, but again, no way to stop him from escaping. Real problems with this Root lineup having their only stun be on the offlaner, who is rarely in these engagements. You know, if it's a support Earthshaker, it feels like you've got a lot you can do with that, but not working out so well.
Yeah, I like the fact they punished the Lion being on his own with the ulti, because it's just free money for the Shaker. I want to point out his skill build's slightly weird. I'm not particularly sure why he went for the 4 points in Aftershock as
We're gonna
opposed
see
to...
maybe a Sonic Wave. Oh gosh, what is Christina doing? Just kind of juking around the trees. Where's the Shadow Strike? There's the Future Sonic Wave. Needs a few more auto attacks, and there's the Purge, but it won't work off out here. And no, they don't have enough mana. She's regenerating so fast. Christina's gonna get out, and now Quap might be in a bit of a pickle. There could be a silence, there could be a lot of damage. I think Quap will just blink away. Even though it's a super long cooldown, gonna be fine. And 747 gonna just jump all the way over here. In the meantime, though, this is space for Spectre. She's caught up, even though the LC is leading 2 kills over her. She's catching up on that farm since all this action's happening in jungle. I think Root doing a really good job of making space.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not converting it into kill Quap ulti though. That's downside. If they're actually getting kills, it's worth it. But with the LC build, getting the extra P regen from pressy attack, just making it really hard to bring her down. She has a blink
100%.
now, so I'd expect the Lion just picked up a smoke. He has his level 6, so he's TPing to the tier 2 mid. The LC's probably gonna run there, smoke up, and look to get the Spectre now. Play they can make. He's about to hit level 9 as well, so I'd expect skill her ulti and look to push mid with it if she saves the skill point. Sees people rotate top.
Yeah, and they've popped the smoke. Speaking of smokes, is it something I feel like Root could also maybe take advantage of that? They'd probably have to bring the Earthshaker with them, but Bane and Earthshaker, definitely a combo that can lock someone down for years. And actually the Bane may be the one to break this smoke, is gonna get dueled up. They don't have anything that can help in Stand King, just giving another 10 damage over to Legion Commander.
Yeah, they rotated the Night Stalker up as well now, so they want to pressure this and put some more heroes here.
Oh, they're going in on the side. Explicit again. Jeezy caught in the trees. Needs to stay in there. But this time they do still not. Oh goodness. They have vacuum. So Jeezy needs to get out. Nightstalker sees you though. It is in fact nighttime. So there's going to be a void coming out shortly and he just uses it for harass. But as you said, they got the tower. That's their objective without even using the Death Prophet ult, which she still actually hasn't skilled. She got stats instead?
No, he just maxed out the.
No, it's
actually,
he's
yeah,
level
he
9
does have
though.
a level in stats.
Maybe it's not in stats. He could have also held it.
No. If you throw over the stats, he has 1 level in it. That's a misclick for sure. No
Or
reason
it's
for
what
it.
they do. And now we have another duel coming out on Explicit. And they save it. No! Can the Bane get some damage? No! Oh, I would have loved to seen Bane damage. That would have done it for me. Was
Spectre
it Stan King? No, who's Spectre damage. Sorry. Never mind. For some reason I thought she was Bane. I'm sorry, folks. My excuse would be it's
that's even
late
better
here, but...
though. Spectre getting damage would be lit.
Oh, come on. Don't you want to see Bane hitting for 76 damage?
I mean, carry Bane's the thing. Like his stack gains are pretty good. You know, it works. Don't try it in your pubs, please.
So a bit of an aggressive play by the Legion Commander there, but I like the style, as you said. Just constantly putting pressure on the Spectre, making sure she can't get, you know, a lot out of this game. And we're about to head into another nighttime, and as we talked about already, Crippling Fear from years away, it's 5 seconds at night at one point. It's something Quap. She won't see the approach from the Night Stalker with night
Actually
vision.
going on the Death Prophet here, shake her
Yeah,
Nimbus
can I
room
do
with
it?
the drop both ultis, and she pops.
Bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
again, I like it. Really early ult from Earthshaker. So even if you use it for one hero, you get that instant lockdown. I'm gonna be fine. So-
Really lucky rune though, wouldn't have been able to do it with anything else.
100%.
However, the Krob bought her Yule's recipe, so she didn't lose money. She has level 10 now, so I'd expect they grab another smoke. Yeah, Lion already has one, so they're gonna look to do a similar thing. The LC's moving over now to meet up with the Lion. Probably push out this way with the Lion, clear the Ancients, and then look to smoke.
Oh gosh, they're gonna run right into someone. It looks like Queen of Pain. They now know that
Kills
she's
the
down.
TP. I like that. That's the rude, but it works.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter though. Night Stalker's going on Stan King. I fear Stan King. You may be giving up more dual damage, but can you just TP out? Vacuum. Goodbye, Sir Stan King. The dual woman isn't here, but he's still walking away. He does have brain sap, but he is just ion shelled down. In the back lines, no, they're just gonna go for it. So.
Yeah, they don't quite have to push without the DP ulti, so they're probably going to be some damage on tier 2 here. I like the sword coming out from the Lion. It's exactly what you want to be doing when you're pushing towers, just getting lane wards up. We're looking to trade for bottom though, so I'd expect Unknown to TP down and defend this. To gain damage on the
Yes,
tier
but
2.
since they destroyed those TPs, how will Unknown TP? They actually don't have TPs on 2 of their heroes.
They're just so bloody fast though.
Yeah. It'll work
So
out.
The mech on the Ducks is going to mean Root can't fight them, even if they hit like a 5-man Quaff ulti. They don't have the damage to follow it up. Maybe like a 5-man or something to follow,
Yeah.
but that's extremely unreasonable.
Root's lineup definitely has the late game advantage and the early game disadvantage, and maybe even it's really scary playing a super hard carry into a Doxia. You know, he is a hero that is going to turn all the strength of the Spectre, well, a lot of it, because Spectre, of course, having illusions is a hero who does build a lot of stat items, and so the Doxia illusion will also be really strong.
Yeah, it's definitely a really good hero against Spectre overall.
Yeah.
Looks like Root are setting up for a tower trade. They look to push out mid while Unknown are pressuring bottom. They don't have DPLT right now, so maybe Root look to get this.
Yeah, but as you said, there's another one of those smokes, and it looks like they might find Shuan. No, they're all grouped up, but they see them right here. They're going in for Stan King. And did they actually do their own smoke? They're gonna run right into each other with the repel on Stan King. Here comes the duel. They go on the Ondi Knight. A nice pickup, so he can't heal them all up. There's the finger, but a beautiful Echo Slam Sonic Wave before that mech can come out. And it's off to the side. It didn't catch Christina. Greedy, now he's on the back foot. I think he'll get out with Surge. Easy peasy, but 2 quick kills. Yeah, they got the dual damage on, yeah, I don't think they have a stun, no. They got the dual damage, I believe, there. Yeah, she did. So more dual damage for Legion Commander, but not a favorable trade. And again, Spectre was involved in that. So GZ getting some nice gold up on him.
I like the play from Unknown, smoking to look to wrap around behind the tower if anyone defends here while the Prophet's pushing. Getting the ward down here. It's a nice play, but I feel like they're just going a tiny bit too deep. Because giving up 1 or 2 more of these almost put Root in a position where Can actually fight when Spectre gets a Radiance.
Yeah, and it is something where Unknown, just because of the lineup they've picked, they're expecting them to be ahead early. They have much better tower push potential. They should, as we can see, have the gold lead from the towers they're knocking down, and then they might even be able to clear tier 2s before the Spectre comes online, in quotes, depending on whether the Radiance will be enough. But because she's getting kill involvement, because she's not dying, it gets very scary, I think, for Unknown. Yes, Legion Commander can scale infinitely, and oh, here goes Xuan. No, he managed to get the stun off before Christina gets the duel, and Christina might be going down again. Yule's up as well. Here comes some backup. Where is the Sonic Wave? She doesn't have it, and now they're vacuumed in, but can they get out? There's the blink. Goodbye, Xuan. You're gonna go down. So, as I was saying, not having the advantage early on, I think, is going to be very scary for Unknown if they lose a few more kills.
They're really smart in here as well, knowing they might have placed something when they were smoked.
Yeah.
But if Unknown don't get used to that as difficulty, it's a win for Root. Trading their offlane for the carry and biggest cooldown in this game, really big deal.
And Earthshaker already had the blink up, so he's, while, yeah, you still want the 4-star, there are other things you would love to be going, you're kind of okay with dying right now in the game. It is one of, it's one of the better times to die as opposed to right before your blink dagger suddenly being 500 away again.
Considering it's so early in the game, he's got a really good timing on this. It's really
he was
smart of them to
offlane.
help him out.
I don't know the offlane timings on Earthshaker, but definitely
Anything
super early.
before 20, I think, is
good.
acceptable.
Okay.
Anything before 15 is super good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it all depends, right? 'Cause Lion, especially without the LC skilling nuke, and she's opting stats dead at this point, which I think is a bit.
Oh, the relic is up.
Yeah, I don't like it, but it's obviously what he prefers.
We have another
Go for
big
Deso
smoke
as well.
coming out. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. I just moused over that. I assumed BKB, but instead, nighttime pops. Oh no, they go for Stan King, but they're off to the side. Stan King probably still
Misses
gonna
it
die. The
back.
vacuum misses as well. This is the worst. This is a horrible gank. They're gonna get the duel, but this was a lopsided gank. They used the finger. They want to get out. I don't think they wanted to get engaged upon after using all of their spells, because a lot of things were put on cooldown just there for Unknown. And again, a good duel win for them, but not the target I think they were looking for.
Yeah, they
Oh, there's gonna be a fissure as well. Xuan actually does have the Echo Slam, but had no mana. There's the follow-up, and they're just gonna TP out. Spectre actually comes in, doesn't have enough damage.
That's a big miscommunication. That was a
Yeah.
kill. If the Quap knew the Spectre wanted to haunt in for the kill on the Fisher block, then they could have gotten that, but the Quap went to farm creeps thinking they were away.
Yeah. So, I also wanted to say that Deso on Legion Commander, while BKB, I understand maybe not wanting to go it, because Quap has pure damage, and of course Fiend's Grip goes through it, you could still block a lot of the Earthshaker lockdown, and
He just
as
dropped an
I
Echo
say
bottom.
that, that was a little fast to catch, just using his Echo to get the kill there. I was gonna say, it feels like the BKB could be good on Legion Commander, and the Deso doesn't really help her tank up, and, if GA is blown by the Omni Knight, what are you doing
like
as a
the
Legion
Deso.
Commander?
Mostly just your raw damage higher, and it's pretty good investment. And the synergy with the DP ulti is really good on heroes and towers. However, these only really relevant for the Earthshaker and the Spectre damage, I feel like. Obviously Quap does a bit, Bane has a tiny bit of damage, but the Fiend's Grip and
You can block
all
that
the Omni
mad
stuff.
purification damage, I say jokingly. It actually is, but we're gonna have them all escaping. They've got all these deep wards. Can we just talk about Unknown's coverage for a second? They unfortunately miss it with the sentry. Oh gosh, Xuan blinks over and then realizes they're right there. He does get out the fissure and backs out, not wanting to go against them. I wanted to say Unknown's vision, they are being super aggressive, as I think makes sense with a Legion Commander, but these are some deep wards compared to Root's super defensive, can we let our Spectre farm action?
They have a game plan and they know what they want to do to enable cores to be in a good position. I want to note this was like, it's not optimal on vision. Most people tend to place it like here or here to opt for like either vision of the tower or deeper into woods. You're not going to hit that with most sentries. So opting for the longer lifetime on the ward.
Quap tried to kill their courier, but was just short. It escapes with its head.
What, you mean he's not cliff jungling? Actually trying to go in, but he misses the mid.
Yeah, we're gonna see if they can have any follow-up, but Night Stalker, he is a race car. I'm not quite sure what the goal is. So, what do you think, if this game does manage to go late, do you think it's firmly in Root's hand, or with heroes like a Darkseer, with this LC, who's got pretty good duel damage, 44 at 20 minutes in, do you think they can hold? On Unknown?
I think Unknown's late game is not by any means out of it. I wouldn't say it's horrible, because Spectre's just a much harder carry in general, and you can play around the
And Spectre's
DPLT
about to be
pretty well.
a dead carry, by the looks of things. Does have the Radiance up, but getting dueled here isn't going to be fun. Here comes the duel. We've got TPs in. Will it be close enough to actually get the win? Does get the winner. Christina's going to get out on this. Let's see if they have any sort of follow-up.
And that's also why I just don't think stats are worth it. Like, he could have got a 200 odd damage nuke, 3, then dueled. It would have just made that, like, closer. But hey ho, it's obviously his preference on the hero. They're gonna push down mid now. DP doesn't have an ulti, but they're gonna go really safe.
Oh, big Echo Slam onto Death Prophet. Sonic Wave as well, but there's a miscommunication. She's used up in the air. Xuan, no sort of help. There's a beautiful vacuum wall now coming out as well. That is the Aegis. GA come up, but they've got quite a bit of magical damage. There's gonna be another Crypt Swarm. I think Stan King just going down. And it seems like a big miscommunication there with the Yules. We've also got Dop with...
It was his own Yules.
Oh. Of course.
It's only the Quap that has Yules, so she wouldn't have Yules.
I know, that's why I was a bit confused, so...
Now they're
Yeah,
gonna be
not
able
as
to go high
important.
ground, because the DLT's up in 10.
Yeah, and they certainly can use that. So a beautiful Yules there by Death Prophet saving it, and she has an Octarine as well. Now, Spectre isn't in a position to fight here. She can't really do anything without her friends. She's got a Haunt, but again, it's just gonna, those illusions, be eaten alive by this Death Prophet ulti. And I don't know what the plan is here for Root, because I think they're losing a Rax at least. We've got Christina just making sure she's at full health, and that duel, it's gonna be off cooldown and ready. Spectre's actually going in, trying to use the Haunt as well to trick them. Of course, that physical damage, they might actually be able to kill Christina off here. They do. Now Greedy, he might be next in line, but no, it's gonna be the little lion, and now Greedy most certainly gonna fall with all of that surge out, and I am actually really impressed. I thought Unknown was gonna stand and fight and have the Death Prophet ult ripping through them, because of course it ignores the repel. But just not getting lucky with who the spirits hit, I think.
Yeah, when Root went in, they had a creep wave brought well,
Yeah.
so I helped a tiny bit against the DPLT, but as you say, I was kind of surprised they were allowed to hold there. Now they're gonna get the mid tower as well, so
Are fortified.
really good sequence done.
Oh, and they might get somebody else. It looks like Night Stalker going down. Saving Grace, he's not, you know, an Aghanim's Gen Night Stalker yet, but they might even be able to get 2 towers with these long cooldowns, but I don't think Root wants to push it, and they want to defend top. So.
He was really close to X as well, because he has 500
Yeah.
now, unless it was all reliable gold.
No, I'm pretty... Oh! No, I'm pretty sure he lost some, but... I also wanted to point out our Lion on Unknown is rocking a drums. I rarely see this, but I guess just wanting some more attack speed aura, and it does give him good stats. You know, got a bracelet in there? You need that as a Lion.
Well, his team can come in place long enough for him to get there, and they aren't going to use him as the initiator, I guess. I mean,
Oh, we got
When you're
another
playing
Yules
against-
up. Does Queen of Paint? No, she's silenced. She just wants to leave. You were saying?
when you're playing against Spectre, it's not always the way, because as soon as she ulties, you can't jump, you can't counter-initiate, and you're really squishy as a Lion, so you can probably just die to Desolate hits and Radiance on your own. So I understand he wants to tank up a bit.
Now,
Something that not a lot of players I feel would do. Probably just out of their comfort zone to not go for Blink on that hero, so it's nice to see him do it.
we have another push coming out. The Haunt's about to come off cooldown. If Root can take this team fight, you know, get off a good Quap ulti, Sonic Wave without... Oh, they actually smoke up. They might be able to Blink, pick somebody off when they come to defend, but Root has to be wondering about this. I don't know if Root is
They're looking to wrap
inexperienced
around with
enough
their own smoke.
to fall for this, and they're going in Echo Slam onto Unknown. It looks like they're gonna... Oh no, manages to use herself up, takes a finger to the face, but there's the Sonic Wave on the side. Mech, it looks like it's barely hearing them up, and they've killed the Death Prophet. This has bought them so much more time. Greedy's Glimmer caved up, but they're gonna run in front of him. Nice vacuum wall, but it is not gonna be enough, Greedy. I think you're just gonna get autoed down. And again, Root gets the jump there. I also wanted to point out that Dop has a Blink Dagger. I love seeing this on Omni Knight. Blink in, get GA on your heroes. Blink in, get a Purification off that saves someone's life.
Yeah, Blink Omni, I think, is really core. Positioning on that hero is so much harder without it. So I like it. But yeah, Root are just holding really well. Like going for the smoke to wrap around here. They're just willing to jump as well because they know the counter initiation from Unknown is not the best. Get on the DP before she pops her ulti. The fight's won.
Yeah, actually, I think it's better if you get on her right as she pops the ulti and then she's blown up and wastes it. But as you said, as long as it's not out damaging you, it's fantastic.
If they can manage to do this for the next Aegis and kill that on the Spectre, then I think Nona are going to have a really hard time making this game, closing this game out, sorry.
We've got almost all of Unknown's lead has disappeared. It's getting back down to below 5,000 net worth lead for their team. And considering their tower advantage and also the early game advantage, pretty good job by Root. Oh, it's not casual Sonic Wave. She's used up. Can she get out before the stun? No, she gets stunned up and they don't know if they want to go. Here's the duel though. Goodbye, 747. But not enough. I thought the GA might be able to help, but then came Doxia with some vacuum action, and now they don't have any sort of way of defending against this. The ult is back up on Miss Death Prophet, and Spectres, 13 more seconds. They do a fissure to stun them all up, but what type of defense do they have here? Here comes the Death Prophet ulti. Queen of Pain immediately buys back. She doesn't have Sonic Wave for a little bit, even with that Ags. It's going to be 10 more seconds, and it looks like they're losing the ranged rack. Easy going in. Finally, there is the ult, but as you said, they have to fight into the Death Prophet ult. A fissure, can it latch? No, it's just off the mark. Night Stalker around. Sonic Wave, she dodges it again with the Yules. Well played, Miss Death Prophet. And now they use a wall vacuum. Does it have another duel? But Christina doesn't need it. She's hitting so hard. Bushi going in. Sand King as well. An Echo Slam that finally picks off the Doxia. But this fight is a big mess. It's all over the place. They're going to probably pick that Night Stalker off in the end, but their Spectre being down. And now here comes another duel. Coming out easy damage with that finger to follow up.
Know your weakness.
How do you think this is the other racks?
Spectre
buys back as well. She's TPing in. She knows there's no duel. A lot of the big ultis are down, and they have a Yules up. Let's see if they can hold Christina in place. She can't tank up through this one.
That was really unfortunate by Root, because when the Quap was sort out farming here, the Omni Rip had a creep, so that was completely on him. The Quap was buyback. At least they hold the racks, but using
they had to use 2
3 buybacks in total,
Oh.
hold that. Don't even get the DP kill as well. At least getting the LC kind of justifies the double buyback, but at least they're holding on. That's all they need to do this game. If they can just keep holding on, there's hope for them.
This LC's getting huge.
Yeah. Now she has the BKB. She's working on an AC by the looks of it with the recipe, so she can definitely outcarry the Spectre in the next 12 minutes, especially if she gets an Aegis and has a few thousand net worth advantage. DP is also really big at dealing the damage in these fights.
Yeah, the Octarine, a really nice pickup, just really helping with their kind of push-oriented lineup. Looks like Root's trying to go in for a gank. Can Xion catch anything? But they're being smoked around on as well. And I'm afraid Quap might get caught out again. She also just Sonic Waves. In comes DP, but not going to catch anyone. Xion should be able to walk away and blink if he needs to. He has a full stop as well. And Spectre just gets random. Oh, they actually popped DP ult. Are they going... Okay.
No, I think he just miscommunicated and thought like it was real Spectre or something. That's really good by Root though. They creep wave, they force the Spectre ult.
They're going on the bottom. Can they catch it? There's a duel on a Spectre illusion. Now they're trying to fight it, but she has too much damage. She kills off the Spectre anyway. That was horrible for Root. I'm not quite sure what the thought process was.
I think he was fine if he just ran, but maybe he missed microed. So they know he has no buyback. He bought back before. So they're going to be able to get whatever they want, whether it's the tier 2 or Roche. I hope they opt for the tier 2. Sorry, the Roche instead. Get the tier 2 later.
Feels like certainly the much more powerful item to have up, and looks like Christina might be just taking over this game. I think that's Kataru. I'm really not sure. Damn these names. I'll write it down for next time, folks. In between games, I'll double check with everyone. But either way, gonna be a really fast Roshan Root. At the same time, they're trying to just push up mid, trying to get whatever else they can out of the map. The Haunt might not even be back up for the next push.
Yeah, they're gonna have to DP ulti as soon as Spectre spawns, so the tier 2 is just gonna drop to right clicks here, and then I expect them to go in mid with the creep wave pushing through bottom and try for the racks with this Aegis.
Yeah.
He might pick up a Reaver at the side shop as well. Quite fat with 3.6k gold.
Yeah, and it's always really hard. We've got Legion Commander's net worth, of course, on the chart, but how do you calculate, dual damage, right? It's just something that is You know, it's not categorized anywhere in Dota. I don't know how to explain how much 86, you know, I could say the cost of items that work out to be 86 extra damage.
It's a free MKB.
But it's a ridiculous amount. So she's actually way up here when you can, all things considered. And yeah, they get top tower for Root Gaming, but they're not deterring this push, it looks like.
Yeah, I guess they for bottom it's good for Root, but I'd expect it to just like when this creep wave hits here, they just go like this and pop the X's and go for the mid. But I guess they're just gonna go for both. They don't give a crap.
They pop the BKB and they do have the Quap TPing home. Let's see if they can do any sort of hold. There's the immediate BKB, and there's the GA stopping all of the damage. This is just tying her up, but a Sonic Wave that's completely off the mark. So is the wall. They actually kill off Night Stalker on the side, but now Jeezy taking too much damage. Spectre's going down. The Yule's up on the Quap, meaning that Spectre was the only one taking the damage, and no buyback again. Racks are exposed. Greedy's working on it. Nobody else is. Sean's trying to find an Echo Slam angle, but I don't know if there is one. And if he jumps in, they do finally... Oh, there are some creeps there, Xuan. Maybe you can do something here, but you're only going to catch Christina. He throws out the fissure. He does have Blink active. They've shown Christina as well. Trapped in their base. Maybe it'll buy them some time, but again, that is an Aegis that they're going to burn through, and she's now healing all the way back up. Xuan with the Enchant Totem, locking down Christina. Should finally go down, but Root has lost another Rax. Another full set, and Christina's just going to come work on the other? No, she's deciding to back out. I think... The Quap getting used up there. Oh, can they do anything here? They still have Echo Slam? Oh. No follow-up. I feel like...
Sorry, go on.
I just feel like the Quap not... Sonic Wave maybe didn't hit enough people. The Spectre dying again instead of playing back using those Haunt, but maybe Jeezy feels like he has to go in.
Well, when you have an Omni Knight, you feel a lot more confident in your ability, but if he doesn't go in, right, like, how do Root do anything? Shaker's not going to be given a 5-man Echo on a platter. They're not going to be able to Fiend Script someone and go in like they did, because there will be a response from Unknown. The only way they can start a fight is if Shaker actually goes in and forces things to happen for heroes to move around, and then Root can play around with that. Fortunately, the Quap's have not been the best. Shaker did not get a chance to Echo. The Fiend's Grip was wasted because he got by a duel. So it's really hard for them to stop Unknown doing what they want to do. Looks like they're just going to go again for the top tier 2 without the Aegis, and the DP ulti's up already. She up green for?
I don't want to call it, but it's looking very hard for Root. They would have to... It feels like they would have to win a number of team fights, and even then, you're up against supers in... Or you've got supers in one lane, half of supers in the other. It becomes very difficult. Oh, big Echo Slam coming out onto Christina. There's the horn. Sonic Wave, can they pick up Christina? Back in wall combo, and with the BKB, they can't see her. She manages to kill one. Now she's dueling another. Oh, goodness, this is looking disastrous. Death Prophet ulti going down, and I think that is just the GG call. Jeezy's still trying to go on Hoshi, but he's taking barely any bloody damage. Does manage to poach up that slow finally. Hoshi might go down, but now here comes the rest of the team. And I don't think this Spectre is big enough to fight them all. Explicit has a TP out, so should be fine. Oh, he cancels it! I think maybe thinking he could do something there, but Explicit needs to get the hell out of Dodge. That team fight, I think Root did everything they could, and it just didn't go their way.
This guy's proving me wrong that that's aren't worse than Nuke, because he would have died if he didn't have the extra 4 bats, and him just deciding to turn around a man fight after he got his BKB, kills one hero, drops a duel on the other, like, really comfortable. Nice to see. Like, even on like 10% HP, or it was probably lower, like 3 or 4.
Oh yeah.
Like, he knew the situation, he knew the only thing he could do there was heroes. I mean, maybe he could have ran, but he decided to man up and make the most use of his hero, knowing like the rest of his team would clear up.
Yeah,
he's like so hard to deal with if you don't burst it down.
Both Death Prophet and Legion Commander, I think, playing really, really well, using people at the appropriate times. The Yules earlier on the team fight here on the Queen of Pain to make sure that Spectre took all the damage, just fantastic though. So.
She's been dodging like several of the qualities as well. So.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because when you Yule someone, you can generally always, if you Yules them and then you're the Quap and you Quap ulti them, you can always hit that. But of course, she's just pressing it at the right time, the Death Prophet, to make sure she's doing it as she sees the animation wind up. It's got a bit of both a backswing and a wind up. So the cost animation.
Easy to dodge, but just outplaying at the end of the day. Like, the co-op should know as soon as DP sees your ulti animation, she's going to yours. So you go for the fake cast.
Yeah. Now, we only have 2 buybacks up on Root Gaming. They're all off of cooldown, but we just don't have the gold necessary. And looking around at the items, Spectre's got Monta and the Radiance, nowhere near that hot. And of course, you know, if she has to buy back in this next team fight, which one, she doesn't have it, but she might be able to farm it before the team fight. It's going to be rough. Is that another smoke rotate? It is. I have to say, I love Unknown smoke action. And I'm just going to leave us on buybacks for a second. We're going to see probably the jump. Death Prophet may even be the one. She has a blink now as well. I wanted to talk a bit about items. We're getting no chance. They've got Spectre Illusions working on this. Oh, Xuan. You have to be careful. So, but taking a quick look at items. Oh my goodness, look at them all grouped up here on Unknown. And there's the jump. They're gonna go in on the tower. They try to catch someone with a jewel. They're not able to. There's the immediate repel. And now Christina, she's being worked on, but again, she's taking what feels like no damage. There's gonna be a Fiend's Grip. They're finally locking down the Death Prophet. Can they kill her? They get the kill. But Christina, she's almost beating the crap out of Spectre. They'll get another kill on the Lion. It's a successful hold, but again, they have supers in
the
it.
Spectre?
Yeah. No, Spectre's alive. Sorry, successful kill on the Legion.
No, sorry, the Lion could have killed the Spectre there.
Agony.
Oh. Sorry, I thought I misspoke. I have a little fever, so I'm a little under the weather today, and that's my excuse.
Just a bit over-aggressive by Unknown, linking up to the high ground without any vision, trying to force the engage instead of just letting the DPC show for ulti and counter-initiate, which is something they can do pretty easily. If you just surge and back wall or use Glimmer to disengage, you have ways of doing it. Oh, they're having fun though, because they're like buying Midases and selling them. I would like watching this team because like a lot of teams don't have fun when they're playing way too seriously. Like they should because there's money on the line. But these teams, you know, they're still kids at heart. They're just playing a game. Watch, doing it well.
Now, Greedy has an ultimate orb. Do you think this is a sheep, or could we see something else? I think it's probably a sheep. I don't see a super good reason for Lincoln's, although he could Lincoln's, pop it up on Miss Legion Commander, and then she just kind of tanks, knows that she won't be taking Fiend's Grip anytime soon. Or if she does it, there's easy follow-up.
Definitely don't think it's a Lincoln's, just because it doesn't feel like it does that much. I'd rather see a Lotus Orbs to reflect like the Bane spells or anything, but he got the Mystic Staff, so it's going to be the Hex, so he can jump in and find a hero. Instead of having the Lion do it, or there where they just plunk with 2 heroes into fog. They can go. It helps.
A huge amount of reliance on the repel here for Root Gaming, right? They don't have any sort of other BKBs, and while you could be like, hey, yeah, Death Prophet Silence, you can use it off if you're the Quap, it's kind of at the point, as we said, Sheeps are going to start coming out. Greedy just finishes his up, and you do have to be a bit careful, because I think you can dodge a lot of stuff if you BKB through the Vacuum Wall, Night Stalker Silence, you know, maybe you Yules off Death Prophet Silence, and then you immediately take Crippling Fear. You're in a bad spot as a Quap.
Yeah, this is not an easy Quap game at all.
Oh.
I think Root is just gonna chill for the... Sorry, Unknown is just gonna chill the next stage. It's respawning soon. It's like a fairly short spawn, so they're just going to keep the lanes pushed in, farm as much as they can.
We have bots on Earthshaker. I don't disagree. I understand that he's thinking, look, if we do manage to get out of our base somehow, I want to make sure that we can immediately get to where we need to push. At the same time, it does feel... Are we getting another smoke? It does feel like the bots are a bit early. Yeah, they're grouped up as if they want to smoke, but this is actually just a gank train. A little, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, gank train.
I'm just waiting for Roche to spawn and hoping a hero shows on his own to farm the wave. Not the most efficient use of the time.
Oh, as you say it though, here comes Quap and someone's getting jeweled. Do they have any sort of backup? No, she's gonna go down. GA comes out. Maybe it'll be able to save her. A big Echo Slam coming out from Xuan, but I think Quap, she dodges out. There's the finger, there is the vacuum, and now where is Spectre? She's coming in, but she's turned into a piggy and she's taking a lot of physical damage. Sonic Wave does manage to get some damage, but again, Quap, oh, she just dodges that pulse, and now Stan King has killed her off. Quap, you need to be able to blink out of this, but I don't know if she has it. Oh, they dope healing people up, but they're down 2, and I don't know if they have enough left in the tank to fight this lost engagement for Root Gaming. So they're gonna fortify their buildings, and actually, Unknown backing out.
Double buyback from Root on both the supports.
Yeah.
They get the glyph pops, so gonna move to Rush now by the looks of it, thinking Root aren't gonna be confident fighting them while their ulti's on cooldown. And they take it really fast with all the minus armor that the LC's got built in. She actually just solos it. So much damage from the duel.
Yeah. Sitting at a nice 104 and an AC and another 5k in the bank. I'm gonna swap back over to net worth now that we know that Root is down a bunch of buybacks, but this game, it feels like, you know, in a lot of games we see people who have the force push lineup, actually they're about to get ganked en route, but you see the lineup with push being a bit worried, but they've done really well on their Legion commander, making sure they don't have to worry, and they're actually gonna steal. Aegis is picked up on Christina, and now Quap, she is going down. She does have buyback though, but can Spectre do anything here, especially with Christina having a second Aegis? There's the immediate buyback, and now the vacuum across the fissure. This is not a good spot for Jeezy. She's gonna go down most likely here. Can she walk it off? If she goes down, she doesn't bloody have buyback. They've got the dust. They might be able to kill off Death Prophet here. They need a few more auto attacks. Sonic Wave comes out on the backlines as well, picking up Darkseer, but now Queen of Pain, one more second on the blink. She's silenced up. She gets healed. Can Nightstalker do anything? There's the Void. She should be able to blink away though. She goes to the high ground, and there's the repel. At the same time, it looks like they're taking some damage in their base. And Quap, oh, she gets picked up by Christina, who still has the bloody Aegis. Where is it? I think it might still be in the pit. There is the buyback on Miss Death Prophet, and she is coming in doing huge amounts of damage since she didn't get her ult off the first time, and it looks like we have a very dead Shuan, but he blinks away. He's got a full staff still up. He needs to find somewhere to hide. He needs to somehow get across the trees, but here comes Death Prophet. She is a race car, and he needs, the split earth, the spiked earth misses. He has a full staff. 3, 2, 1. He uses the fissure. I think if he just blunk away, he'd be fine, but instead he goes down. He had a split second to blink there. They lose top tower in the meantime for Root Gaming as well. I think that was the exchange.
Yeah, I'm really surprised Root was still able to do something that fight, despite the fact they got the Aegis on LC. She actually dropped something to eat the cheese mid-fight.
Okay.
So that's where the cheese went. But Root holding on fairly well considering the fight was out their base, and the line should have been able to like start initiation somehow, but I guess he just didn't want to go. Unknown still have the Aegis, so as soon as DP ulti's back up, they're gonna look to end this game. I don't think there's much Root can do about it, because their buybacks are all spent. Spectre has one, the Quap doesn't have one, Shaker has one, so...
They're in a pickle, and I feel like the only way they hold this successfully is, as we've mentioned before, it feels like Unknown can make a number of mistakes, and Nightstalker has the Lotus Orb up. So not only the Purge for a few things, it's going to be reflecting back spells. It suddenly gets harder. Who do you sheep? If you sheep someone, you're sheeped. It's not how you want to live as a Queen of Pain, and Omni-Knight can kind of help out a bit there. They actually go for a smoke on Root Gaming. I think they know this is their last hurrah, if anything, immediately putting the repel onto Jeezy, and the smoke is going to be completely broken. There's the Lotus Orb running around. There's the duel onto the Omni-Knight. Now he won't be able to repel them or GA them all up, and he has no buyback. We've got the Exorcism going around. Jeezy's trying to do damage with a beautiful wall vacuum combo, and I think this is the last stand for Root Gaming. Jeezy trying to walk it off, but is a little bit of a piggy, and now is silenced up. Trying to just get some kills on the backlines, actually taking huge amounts of damage. Earthshaker doesn't have the Echo Slam, but Jeezy goes down, doesn't have buyback. And that's her GG call. So we're gonna be going into a game 2 with Root down a game. This is best of 3s, by the way, for Starladder. It's a group stage where there are we got the item dropping going on. Ruining stats is my understanding. Yeah, there is another chance, first of all, it's a best of 3. Root's got a game at least to try to prove their worth, and then even if you get knocked down here, it's group stage format, so it's going to be whoever is the top 2. So either way, do you have any final words?
The Shaker's blink, the Echo got cancelled by the Nightstalker's urn at that last fight, so he hit the ground. So nice play from the Nightstalker, and that's what all the XDs were about at the end, I think.